Hello one and all, it's Elliot Harris back again for my second episode of How to Survive Your First Year of University. If you saw my first episode, thank you very much. I spoke about how to make friends and a few ways that I did. And today we're going to go on to the not so pleasant thing of how to survive arguments at university. So here's how to survive arguments at university. Now, one time at university, you're there for 3 years, bear in mind, maybe 4, maybe 5, you're going to argue with someone, whether it's on your course, whether it's in your flat, maybe it's on a night out. You're going to argue and fall out. It's just going to happen. There's too many different personalities and egos, yet you're going to clash. I'm going to explain a few of times I've fallen out and also the ways you can try and get around it, and will not avoid it, but try and just get on and not let it affect your education. Firstly, your flatmates. This is where you're probably going to have the most arguments, or you're going to feel the most strain towards people, mainly because you're with them, and if they do something that you're not used to or not how you like it, it's gonna aggravate you, it's going to annoy you. Don't even try and be like, oh, nothing's going to piss me off in my flat. Something will. Something will. 95% of the time, got on with my flat. But now and again, things happened that aggravated me, and I clashed with people, and there were arguments. And it's not great, it's not fun. So when you argue with your flat, what do? First things first, you take a step back from them all. You just take yourself away, put yourself in your room or go out or something, just get yourself away from them for a bit. It's the easiest thing to do, and it just gives you a chance to clear your head and just diffuse the situation. Because if you're in the same room or the same building, the tension's just going to stir and get worse. Secondly, apologise to anyone else who witnessed or heard the argument. Remember, your flat have got to live with the pair of you, and the last thing they want is two people they're living with at each other's throats or falling out. So apologise to them, and if you feel it's necessary, put your point across as to why you reacted how you did. They might understand, or they might say how they saw it back. Remember, they could be a neutral party in the argument, and they could see it from both sides, and they could highlight where you were wrong, or why the person got upset. Thirdly, and there's no real timescale of when you should do this, but you should definitely do it, speak to the person you fell out with, just apologise. Or even if you just go into being civil, just say, I'm sorry for the argument, I don't want to fight, I would say any way we can get past this and just carry on. 9 times out of 10, unless they're a total knobhead, would be totally fine with it, and they want the same. They'll just, that argument's done, it's now time for course arguments. Oh god, I could go on for hours about this one. Course arguments are going to happen because there's a lot more of you, a lot more diverse, and you're with each other for so long. You're with these people about 16 hours a week for about 3 years, and sometimes you might have to work together outside of your course, or outside of your lectures even. So on your course, you're always going to get that one person who always thinks they're right and refuses to back down and change the group work. Trust me, I've had it, and it was a nightmare. And before this group work actually happened, I knew this person was a bit of a handful because he was always acting like he was right, and he always seemed a little bit surprised when he was wrong. And we were going to be given assignments for this group work, and put into groups of 3, and then lo and behold, who gets stuck with him? Me. And my god, that was the worst week of my life. Having to deal with someone who always thinks they're right, and you're just falling out, it's a nightmare. So, when this does happen, if it does happen to you, how do you get past it? Number 1, realise what is important here. They're not, your work is. If this is work that's getting marked, and it's going to contribute to your course, or contribute to your final grade of the year, push past it. Ignore them. Not ignore them, but ignore the problem there. Don't dwell on the negatives, focus on the positives. Find things that you can actually work on that you both feel the same about for the work, for example. If you both find the same piece of work you can use it. Don't worry about going back and forth and clashing, or try and work a compromise. He puts in one thing, so you can put in another, or vice, things like that. 3. Grin and bare your teeth. There's no bloody tomorrow. This is so difficult sometimes when you just want to punch them in the face. But you've got to remember, like I said, what's important here. Your course. It's like school and college. People piss you off, people upset you, you don't want to see them, but after this course, after you've left that building, you're never going to see them again. At the end of the day, that's what people are going to see and know. The degree you have, not the arguments you had over some piece of work 3 years ago. So just grit your teeth, Smile if you have to, kill them with kindness, and just get through it. It's not easy, I know, but sometimes it just has to be done. So that's arguments in a nutshell for university. Sorry it's not as in detail and in depth as my last one, but in all fairness, I didn't actually have that many arguments at university. I'm not going to lie, I did have one or two, as I did explain, but it wasn't terrible. So if you did watch this and you did enjoy it, thank you very much. Give it a like if you wish, subscribe to my channel, and I'm posting these every single Monday. And next week I've actually had a request in how to balance social and work. How do you find a good relationship between the two without letting one suffer? I will focus on that for next week and get it out to you next Monday. But until then, have a good one. If you are at university, I hope your course is going well so far, and feel free to Facebook or tweet me, letting me know your story so far. Bye for now.